getting our foundation fixed. We've been working on this since before we moved in, before we got our loan. We got a quote from this company for $5,000, and then they came back, gave us a quote for $12,000 plus the damage. So they're here. Day 2. They said they'd be finished about 11 o'clock this morning, which yesterday they said they'd be finished about 5 p.m. today. So that's why I look like this. So yeah, so 11 a.m. they're about to be done. I will keep you posted, and I'm gonna try to set the tripod up in there without creeping these guys out. So so this is our kitchenette area. I'm pointing the camera in this direction because you see here in this area is probably where the biggest dip is that goes into the kitchen. So that's what they're jacking up. So if you hear them counting in Espanol, that is what they're doing, cranking up the house. So hopefully it gets a little bit better, but we'll see. Oh, the door closes. What? It's a miracle.
Yeah, this door.
Ow.
Did I hit you?
Yeah?
Sorry.
Mira, bueno, te voy a ayudar, bueno, porque te dijo que parezcalo con tierra de este lado, güey.
Dice Javi, dice no more Leo, dice a little bit, dice late.
Okay. So always this one door. Okay. He's saying that because so you have weight is on the outside, and then you have weight that's sitting right here, and so it's you got 3 beams, and so you want the weight to come inward and sit on the beam, so that it's stable. He's saying, but if you lift up too much, then it'll push out.
Okay.
It pushes the weight outwards, which can cause it like that.
Okay. Dice concrete, dice slab, the house is different.
It's like
This is me.
Right.
I just want to take this last few minutes of this video to explain to you everything that we went through to get to where we are right now. So before we closed on the house, we obviously knew that there was something wrong with the foundation in the kitchen. So we got somebody to come out and look. They gave us a quote of $5,000, and if you notice the panel that I showed you a few minutes ago when they were working, the guy stuck his head down there and he looked underneath the house and gave us a quote for that. So after we closed, they had the plans of what they were going to do and everything. I don't know how, but they had the plans. Their guys come out to work and actually do the job. They say there's no access. It's going to be a day, 2 to 3 days of digging, and it's going to cost approximately $12,000 to dig. Then on top of that, they're going to look and see what the damage is. So I don't know exactly what happened, or I mean, the guy, I guess he just didn't do a very good job estimating, or I honestly don't know. So flash forward to a few months, we get Erica, Kelly, John, that's our brother-in-law and John's sister, and they dig for probably collectively 4 days straight. and just dig and dig and dig. Now you have to have, we've had different varying answers on this, but they're supposed to be from anywhere from 12 to 14 inches clearance. So we went with 18 inches clearance underneath each of the beams so that the guys can get under there, see what's going on, and be able to stick large pieces of wood underneath and to be able to repair and jack the house back up. So they dug a tunnel underneath one side of the house to dig all the dirt, bring it back up out of the other side. They worked in the kitchen, and there was already a hole in the kitchen, I guess, to look at the plumbing, and the kitchen's right behind me, just in case you're wondering. I'm in the studio right now, and the garage is that way. So we would work in the studio, or in the kitchen right here, put the dirt in a wheelbarrow, and then wheel it through this hallway out into the side yard right here and dump the dirt. So it was a long process, to say the least. They were underneath the house. My only job was to make sure everything was going smoothly, and during the weekdays, John and I would get, he would work in the kitchen and I would be doing the wheelbarrow. So that was my extent of the work. So I did help, but not anywhere near what they did. So we really appreciate that. If you guys ever watch this video, we really do thank you for that, because you literally saved us thousands and thousands of dollars. So anyway, flash forward to about a month after. It rained a lot this spring, so the foundation people were really backed up. So they came back out. If you remember, their original quote was $5,000. Then they said $12,000, and we don't know about the damages. Then they come back out, look underneath the house, and then they say, okay, $6,000. So we said, okay, $6,000, that's fine. I think we had ended up actually rolling about $5,800 into the loan, so it was perfect. So it took care of everything pretty much. We maybe paid $200 out of pocket to get the job done. So that was, we were fine with that. So that video, or that footage that you saw previously in this video, that is of the 2 days that they were working. That the second day where they finished about 11 o'clock in the morning, and we were asking that guy in the video why the floor was still bumpy, and he said the wood floors would settle eventually and yada yada yada. So we're like, okay. We gave it about a week, and we still saw a very large dip, not so much in the kitchen but in the dining room. And we called them back. It was a few weeks later. They could have somebody come and look at it. Then they said, okay, well, under warranty, we'll put an extra joist in there. They put too much work in the back. They should have been focusing more on the front. I mean, come on now. But anyway, so they a few weeks after that, they came back out. They put an extra joist in there. They jacked it up a little bit. And so it still wasn't 100% perfect, but I think over time, it has settled. I want to say from right now at this point, we've had the foundation fixed for about 2 months. So I'm pretty satisfied with how the floor looks now. Neither of us have ever lived in a pier and beam house, so we're used to the floors. Even in the studio, there's concrete in here, so it's just flat. So we're used to the floors being flat. So any bump at all to us is strange. But after actually noticing these things now, when we go into some of our friends' houses or family members' houses, and we see that there are slight dips in the floor, we're realizing that it is normal for the house to not be completely flat and to have a little bit of give when you walk. So, so overall, we are satisfied with the floors, and yeah, I think that's about the entire process that we went through. That was a pretty long process. A couple-minute video to sum up. Since February 15th, probably, until today is August 12th, 2016. So yeah, so a really long process, but we've got it finished. So now we're working on the master bedroom, getting the master suite ready to be framed. So that's really exciting. So we hope you'll watch our next videos. And at the next part that you'll see of this video, after I'm done talking, I'll pan through the areas that were fixed. You can see the main thing that we noticed was that the dining room door, the swing door, it actually swings now. Before it would get stuck, it wouldn't even move. So they definitely did fix something. So there is proof that they fixed something. But yeah, so the next thing will be me panning across through where they fixed it. I don't know, since I don't have any befores, it's really hard to see, but I'm working on getting befores now and actually documenting this stuff a lot better. So thanks for watching, and here is the pan of the foundation.